Well, we're on to the final film in the Forgotten Gialli Volume 7 set, and that one is Sweets from a Stranger, and this was my favourite of the 3 films in this set. Definitely more of a straightforward giallo here. We have a group of prostitutes who are being targeted by a serial killer who seems to really just dislike them in their profession. And what I liked most about this was the feeling of kind of sisterhood in this, as we have these prostitutes come together, although they may not have all in agreement about certain things. They come together, try to form a bond to look after each other and to make sure that they're all safe. And all the way through this, you have these women slowly becoming friends, looking after each other, being impacted when one of them is murdered. And it's great.
Finora se l'è presa con quelle più isolate, quelle più indifese. Noi dobbiamo trovare un nuovo modo di lavorare, organizzarci e passare la parola alle altre.
And I love the idea of this sleazy world where they're all kind of, it's just a job. It's just a job to facilitate how their ends, and it shows them as more than just what their job is. There is one of the characters who is new into the city who gets brought in to the rest of the kind of prostitutes and doesn't want to really connect with them, but ultimately does, and then finds herself connecting to one of the prostitutes' daughters and making a connection there. We see one of the prostitutes connecting with a police officer. We see them all kind of looking after each other. There's a funny moment where one of them is picked up in a car, and as the car kind of pulls away, you see all of the other workers sort of like writing down the license plate, the blue car, making little notes about it, and it's fun.
Sì, però intanto chissà quante se ne fatte gratis. Ci vorrebbe la castrazione. Beh, noi abbiamo finito qui. Abbiamo altre cose da fare, commissario.
And it doesn't become overly sleazy or violent, although there are elements of that throughout the film. But this is one of those films where it genuinely focuses more on the characters. Not to say that the story and the reveal at the end of this one isn't absolutely top tier Gialli revelations. It is fantastic. It is a wonderful reveal at the end of this one. But we're focusing more on the characters and not just the job, the profession of what they are. That thing kind of dictates who they are. There's an older kind of prostitute who's just struggling to make ends meet, who's finding life really tough. There's a great moment with her where we see her just kind of having a meal, having a drink, chit-chatting with someone before going back onto the job, to see the new characters kind of embed themselves into this world, to see the prostitutes almost try to protect themselves, almost as if they're trying to unionize themselves, create a corporation where they could all look after one another, was a really interesting tact on this one. And all that being said, it looks fantastic, and it's got a really good score on this one that really drives it forward as well.
Oh, ma che credi?
I would say the character work here, whereas in Obsession we didn't really have much, we've got an overabundance here. All the characters are kind of individual. They all have their own little quirks. They all feel like separate people, and they all feel interesting people to have good points and bad points, which makes it all the more impactful when one of them is taken out by our black-gloved, razor-wielding killer, whom I had no idea who this person was going to be, and I can't underline how much I thought the reveal was just absolutely wonderful in this one. This was a terrific Gialli from 1987. Wonderful. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth picking up. And yet again, this Forgotten Gialli Volume 7 set offers 3 different films, all good in their own way, all ones where anybody could argue why their favourite is their favourite, and I could just go, yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. Terrific work.
E che siamo? Bestie.
Sì, proprio così. Vacche. È questo che lui ci manda a dire.
But for me, this is the best one in the set. I'd love to know your opinion. If you've seen all three films as yet, what was your favourite? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below, links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Let's hope we get a volume 8 soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.